Hey guys, and welcome! The patch notes for update 6.4 for Battlefield 2042 have just dropped, and we also got a small teaser for Season 7 alongside of them, so let's get right in. The patch notes are fairly short this time and there are not too many changes and fixes made, but as usual I will go through everything you need to know, but if you want to read through the full notes yourself, you can find a link to them in the description below. The update will be released on Wednesday, February 28th, so it's not on Tuesday this time, but it will surely be around 9 AM UTC as usual. Besides the changes, the patch notes also promote the ongoing Archangel event and makes it sound like the event is starting next week, cause it says update 6.4 will include support for Control on 2 additional maps in Breakaway and Discarded. So I assume the update was actually planned for this week but had to be moved to next week. If you read through it yourself, don't be confused, the event is already here and the support for the 2 additional maps as well, so there won't be any changes made next week. At least not to the event. But now for the actual changes. The first one that is mentioned is an update to persistent servers. And this doesn't mean that we're getting a server browser for All Out War or anything, it's really only an improvement to the functionality of the persistent server mechanic for Portal. Cause at the moment you can only host a persistent server when you are owner of the premium battle pass, but this becomes a problem when there is no ongoing season and with this no battle pass. So the whole persistent server feature is not available during these times, and that's exactly what gets addressed in update 6.4. So starting next week, all custom experiences hosted in Battlefield Portal will benefit from server persistence for 2 days if there is no active season in 2042. During an active season, on the other hand, everything stays the same and all premium battle pass owners will still benefit from 7 days of server persistence, allowing these servers to remain active for a longer time. So 2 days outside of a season for everyone and 7 days within a season but only for premium pass owners. The only question that comes up in my mind here is if the 2 days are still available for everyone during a season or if non-premium pass owners will simply have no access to the persistent server feature at all. That's not specifically mentioned in the patch notes, but I guess we'll find out once the new season was released. Next up we have improvements for the Directional HUD of aircraft gunners, which builds upon the HUD features that were included in former updates. Based on player feedback, there were changes made to make it clearer to see the direction the gunner is pointing at, and this new feature is also bound to a setting in the options. So you can customize or disable it in case you don't like the default one. The feature will be titled Helicopter Gunner View and you can select between Default, Legacy, Both or Disabled in the options. Default is the Battlefield 2042 standard HUD with the weapon barrel showing the gunner's direction. Legacy is inspired by older titles and shows the gunner's pitch and draw, while using an animated triangle inside a larger rectangular box. And the option Both combines both of these elements at the same time, with one being placed above the other. Sounds a bit messy to me as a HUD option, but as long as it's an option and you can select something else if you want to, it's fine I guess. In addition to the improvements for the gunner directional HUD, pilots will also be able to select between different crosshair indicators for their impact point crosshair. This can be set between cross, plus, circle or disabled and will be another setting within the crosshair options. The color of the impact point crosshair can also be freely selected. And talking about colors, there are also some general improvements made, and one of them is that your chosen custom player color will also be applied to the squad and player screen as well as your gadget icon. In addition to this, there was a bug fixed that prevented the scatter grenade from tracking its mastery progress correctly. The ammo and med pouch gadget is now also resupplied from Angel's loadout crate, and the codex will be updated with audio entries to enhance some of the info we already have. Besides this, there were a few minor fixes made, but what's not part of the patch notes, and with this surely not part of the update again, are the improvements to matchmaking that were announced a few weeks ago alongside the roadmap. This should have been part of update 6.3 already, but had to be postponed due to more testing, and now it's again missing from the patch notes, which means we might not see these improvements before the start of the new season. The matchmaking changes are supposed to reduce cases of playing the same map over and over again, and that's definitely needed. However, DICE already said that they want to cover some of the upcoming changes and quality of life improvements we can expect to see with the start of Season 7 over the coming weeks, so I'm pretty certain that the changes to matchmaking will be part of this as well. Something I forgot to mention in my last video where I was talking about the end of Season 6 is that you can now also find assignments for all weapons and gadgets of the season to be able to unlock them if you missed out on them or if you weren't able to claim them as part of the Battle Pass. However, there is one assignment for the med pouch that is shown as incorrect text, and this will be resolved with the update on Wednesday as well. But if you are trying to unlock the med pouch right now and you don't know what you need to do, you simply need to replenish health to your squad mates and it will count towards the assignment. So it's still tracking, but it's not showing the correct text. And then we also got a little teaser for Season 7 with patch notes that says, news channels from around the world are reporting the formation of Redacted. Conflicting reports from various networks paint different pictures of the impact this coalition will have on the future of our world. Stay tuned for the latest update as the situation develops. And while I was still wondering what the hell this means and how to interpret this and connect it to the info we already saw on the screenshot of one of the new maps, the Battlefield Twitter account dropped a short little clip that brings a bit more light to this.
Democratic stability has plummeted in recent months, with multiple nations across the globe seeing sudden totalitarian takeovers. This has sent ripples through many political alliances, as economic growth elsewhere changes the balance of power between East and West. While some analysts see the uprisings as a sort of social contagion, others have pointed to the sheer efficiency of these coups as a sign of more coordinated endeavors.
So what we see here is South America with a marked location at San Pedro de Atacama in Chile, which is the area of our new Season 7 map, well, of one of them at least. And it sounds like political alliances are changing, which is surely a hint towards the return of the PAC, the Pan-Asian Coalition, whose logo we've seen on the map screenshot as well, and that was a main part of Battlefield 2142, where they were fighting against the European Union for the last remaining habitable land on Earth. They've been also referenced a lot in Battlefield 4's DLC Final Stand that was kept very futuristic and sci-fi themed and had a lot of references to 2142. So it looks like DICE is trying to tie in more of the storyline of 2142 into 2042. Maybe we will also see more futuristic high-tech equipment in Season 7, similar to the weapons and vehicles we got with Season 3. But that's already everything the teaser gives away at the moment. However, Battlefield already posted that there is more to come, so I guess we will see more teasers and short clips dropping during the next weeks. And that was it for today. I'll be traveling next week, which means I won't be streaming or doing any new videos, but there will be a few shorts coming and I'll surely share a few pics on Instagram, so you don't miss me too much. However, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching and thanks to my members for the additional support. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.